Good morning, everyone. It is 6:02. We are live right now on our digital platforms. I'm Clay Gordon.
And I'm Jessica Gagne. We're live online because we're being preempted on television by the Open. So we have an update for you now at 6 o'clock, and we will have another one at 7.
So we have had some very warm temperatures today, continuing into today. Some storms on the way, too. Let's check in with Ryan, who is tracking it all. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, good morning, Clay. Jess, good morning to both of you and everybody watching online. Appreciate you being here this morning because we do have some weather to talk about as we go through the day today. Heat advisory still up for southern Maine until 7 o'clock this evening, but that will mark the end of the real oppressive heat and humidity. This morning, it's really warm outside. 75 in Greenville and Millinocket, 76 in Portland, and 78 degrees in Sanford. And then the soup that we have out there, that's fuel for showers and storms. And there are some nasty ones that are just about to move into northern Maine right now, just to the north of Jackman. Check this out. If you're in Jackman right now, I'm sure you can hear the thunder and see the lightning. There's this line of storms that's going to be crossing through northern Maine this morning, and it wouldn't shock me if we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings issued as this comes through. I put the tracker on it just to give you an idea of the timing. Between now and about 8 a.m. this will be crossing through, getting toward Baxter State Park in Millinocket around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. For the rest of us, though, it's a warm and very, very humid morning, and there may be an isolated storm that comes through later on this morning. Right now, dew points are up there too, 70 plus, so that's a sign that the air is still pretty tropical out. The cold front that's coming through later today will mark an end to the heat and humidity, and then this system you see back to the west, that's going to come through tomorrow night into Tuesday with a round of some soaking downpours and a few storms as well. So hour by hour through the morning, there are the storms in northern Maine. And again, these have the potential to become severe. So if you know anybody who's out here camping or maybe planning on a hike at Baxter State Park and Mount Katahdin, give them a call if you can and let them know there are going to be some nasty storms coming through in the next few hours. Southern Maine, though, very hot and humid. By 9 o'clock, we're 85 to 88 degrees in most spots, and then getting to 90 again in the greater Portland area midday with a risk for a shower or storm, but you can see where most of them are. Really central, northern, and eastern Maine as we go through the morning. Then late today, we'll clear all this out. It's really not until tomorrow morning, though, that you'll feel the lower humidity. It's going to stay pretty muggy just about all day long. So again, a risk for some severe storms up north. I'll have an update on that, and we'll bring you the 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
That humidity, too, that we're feeling out there. The heat is one thing, but
Right.
It's that humid air.
Exactly right. Yeah,
Good to see some relief on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well, you just heard it from Ryan. No relief from the heat yet today, but that's bad news for people still waiting to get their power on this morning.
Yeah, 2 different areas dealt with problems which cut power to thousands of people yesterday. The first happened in Androscoggin County, where Central Maine Power says a problem with a line, possibly thanks to an animal, cut power for more than 2,500 customers.
And later on in the day, about 7,800 CMP customers lost power in York County. We don't know what caused that outage yet. Just over 200 CMP customers are still in the dark this morning.
It's extremely hot. It's excruciating out here, but by the beach, so enjoy the weather, enjoy the water.
Well, people are packing Maine's beaches this weekend as an escape from the blistering heat. Yesterday, Old Orchard Beach, it was like a Patriots game, like a can of sardines. Standing room only.
Yeah.
The beaches were packed to max capacity. Here's a look at that. Wow. And of course, people embrace that cold ocean water as one way to beat the temps.
Football players were on the field yesterday. They had to be hosed off to stay cool during the annual Lobster Bowl game. The best seniors in the state played at Thornton Academy. The temperature on the artificial turf was 107 at kickoff. The Wests got out to a big lead at the half, 48-14. They rolled to a 60-14 win.
Yeah, those little rubber pellets in the AstroTurf has got to really absorb that heat, too.
Burning heat. All right, it's been so hot this weekend. Many Maine police departments have been issuing special warnings, Clay.
I love this. I saw a couple on social media yesterday. Winslow Police asking people to hold off on criminal activity until Monday. The heat is just too dangerous. The city of South Portland also canceling crime because their uniforms, well, they don't mix too well with 90-degree temperatures.
No, that's not a breathable fabric,
No.
Clay. And the Bangor Police Department showed off one of their own with a reminder of how good a nice nap in the middle of the day can be to beat the heat. That is the coolest pillow ever.
And Portland police urge everyone just to be good to each other and drink plenty of fluids. They're using humor to make light of the heat, though, but it's still very dangerous to be outside for too long this weekend. If you don't have access to air conditioning, there are cooling stations set up around the state. You can find a full list right now on our website and our brand new mobile app.
This weekend, state troopers in New Hampshire stopped a man going 77 miles per hour over the speed limit on I-95. A trooper clocked Eric Joseph going 142 in a 65. Police say Joseph told them he was just driving home to New Jersey. He's charged with reckless driving.
Police in Orrington had to brave the heat during a 12-hour standoff. Investigators say a woman visiting a home on Johnson Mill Road reported she had been robbed by 3 people. When troopers got there, none of those 3 people would leave the house. The standoff ended peacefully, though, and police arrested all 3, Stephen Nason, Rochelle Gleason, and Jason Ash.
A man is due in court tomorrow morning for allegedly stabbing his mother. Maine State Police and the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office say Mohammed No stabbed a woman on Friday night in Harrison. His mother had serious injuries and is being treated for her wounds at Maine Medical Center. All right, here's a live look at the hazy outdoors right now. We've been talking about it all morning. Ryan did his first weather. It's hot out there, so we're actually going to start with a little pulse poll before we get into your weather.
Yeah, do you prefer the heat or the snow? And since we've been on the air on television and now on Facebook and YouTube, it's kind of switched a little bit.
It's going back and forth.
Yeah, before it was about 70% blizzard. People preferred blizzards over heat waves.
They're
and now,
heading our way.
Yeah, now they're maybe we've turned them a little bit.
I think it really was because the snow, doesn't go away for a while. It usually sticks around. And the heat, it's like you get this hill, you got to climb it. But then, like you said, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to get the relief. It's going to be back to that nice summer that we've all been waiting for.
It's really just about 12 hours more of
Exactly.
this really uncomfortable stuff.
And high electricity bills.
That too. And I felt pretty bad for the people who lost power yesterday too.
That is a
Not
tough
the best
one.
timing for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what the cause was. I didn't hear, but it wasn't like it was that hot or that humid and that much of a strain on our electrical grid, I would think at least, because this happens, we get heat.
I would have, all of York County was probably at a beach. As soon as that happened, I would have been like, bye,
Right.
heading to the ocean.
How have you guys been beating the heat lately?
Well, we went to a pool party yesterday, so that was fun. My Uncle Mike hosted a pool party for all of us. He had the
Mike, thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thanks, Uncle Mike. So that was a good way, and drank a lot of water, hung by the pool.
I went to the beach.
Yeah.
Water was good.
So did I.
Yeah.
It's actually quite refreshing to jump in when it's this hot. The water actually feels kind of good.
It feels good. Absolutely. I'm with you. And today's another good day. The good thing about the beaches in southern Maine is they'll probably miss most of the storms because there will be a lot of storms out there, but most of them will be up north. So decent beach day coming up for sure. Here's York this morning. You can see the hazy sky. Ellsworth, pretty similar, 69 degrees there right now. Another day with a heat advisory. This time it's really just southern Maine. It's up until 7 o'clock this evening. Here are the numbers now, mid to even upper 70s at this point. But actually, as I just noticed here, we now have a severe thunderstorm warning. We've been watching these storms as they've been moving into parts of northern Maine over the last half hour or so. I'm just going to flip this so we can give you a view of this severe thunderstorm warning. If we have anybody watching from Jackman, feel free to comment in on our Facebook page. I'd love to hear what you're seeing at this point. A really, really nasty storm with some hail and potentially damaging wind gusts coming right into northern Somerset County, just north of Jackman right now. So we're going to keep an eye on these storms as they move east. I already have the tracker on it, and you can see between now and about 8 a.m. we'll get these storms closer to Millinocket. The timeline here showing that closer to 8 will move them farther east. And they're pretty nasty. Again, a lot of heavy rain, potential thunder, lightning, and damaging wind gusts too. So severe thunderstorm warning up for the Jackman area right now. Southern Maine, though, not much happening. So if you have plans to get out in southern Maine, you're in good shape, even into the Bangor area too. But if you're anywhere north of Bangor, if you have friends at camp or hiking this morning, just give them a call, send them a text if you can. Let them know these storms are going to be rolling through as we go through the morning. Here's the humidity, dew point 70 plus. Right now. That's pretty sky high, just about as high as they get this time of year. But as I mentioned, the relief is coming, but before we get there, we do have some storms to go through. So hour by hour forecast showing the storms that are now entering Jackman get toward Millinocket around 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. Southern Maine, though, it's hazy, hot, and humid, 85 plus at that point by 9 o'clock, and then getting into the low 90s here midday and afternoon while we keep some scattered storms going in northern and eastern Maine. By 1 o'clock, again, a few storms around, but a lot of southern Maine still dry at that point. And then we may see like an isolated storm or two fire up in southern Maine, but I think your odds of seeing any storms are lower in the southern part of the state. So here are the highs today. 92 in Portland and Lewiston, 89 in Augusta. Where we get the storms up north, it won't be quite as hot, mainly in the low 80s up there. Tonight, we lose the humidity. Tomorrow, feeling more comfortable. Dew points will be down around 60. And then during the day tomorrow, we'll have sunshine in the morning, clouds rolling in the afternoon, and some rain too. I think by 2 o'clock we'll get some showers into western Maine, and that becomes a heavier rain overnight tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, especially early Tuesday. I mean, look at this. Those are downpours 3, 4, 5 in the morning coming through on Tuesday. So your marine forecast for today sees 2 to 3 feet. It's a southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. And the next 7 will show that the heat and the humidity do break. Just got to get through today. Sunshine mixing with clouds. And again, there are some nasty, nasty storms up north. It's not that often we get severe weather at this part of the day, but that's certainly possible in northern Maine. Tomorrow, best part of the day is in the morning. Clouds come in the afternoon with rain tomorrow night into Tuesday, and then much, much lower humidity Wednesday, Thursday, looking pretty good there. But again, just want to give a shout out to people up around Jackman. Yep. A severe thunderstorm warning up there, and we'll keep you posted online and if necessary on the air too.
I just tweeted for you
Oh,
and a
thanks.
picture of you doing the weather.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Right.
Teamwork.
We are also monitoring those Facebook comments right now while you're talking, and we haven't heard from anyone in Jackman yet, but we have heard some from some people. Eric is saying the ocean was so refreshing yesterday. Mary said regarding our pulse question, not dealing with ice patches on roads with heat. So that's
Yes.
pretty good point with the blizzard heat wave.
And now we're beyond
comparison.
pothole season too, right?
But you are dealing with pets picking up your dog because you don't want to walk the dog
Yeah.
on really hot asphalt, so you might have to carry your dog around. People
Right.
might prefer to let him run in the snow.
Yeah, a lot of people commenting about the hot and humid, muggy conditions out there. Keep the comments coming, and we'll be sure to air those.
Yeah, great. And we'll have another live stream coming up at 7 o'clock. All right, since we don't have the full weekend morning report today, we wanted to give you a look at the 5 things you need to know as you start your day.
Well, people are finding all ways to beat the heat this weekend. Many communities have open cooling shelters. We have a list on our website and our mobile app.
Later today, lobstermen plan to rally to speak their minds about proposed regulations on the industry. The proposed lobster fishing restrictions are meant to protect endangered right whales. Governor Janet Mills says she and 3 of Maine's members of Congress plan to be at today's rally. That's taking place at the Stonington Fishing Pier. It starts at noon.
Oh, here's some ice cream news to cool you down this weekend. The New England Patriots have drafted a Maine company to create the team's official ice cream. Gifford says it'll be producing a special flavor for the 6-time world champs. It'll be sold at Gillette Stadium and around the region. The family-owned ice cream business is based in Skowhegan.
Well, NASCAR is popular, but not everybody loves it. But you know what a lot of people in Maine love to see, Clay? They love to see other Mainers succeed.
And go fast.
Yes, and we got a good success story here. Austin Terrio is racing in the Foxwoods Resort Casino 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway today. He's from Fort Kent, and this is pretty cool. Bangor Savings Bank is his primary sponsor for his car. This is his first ever NASCAR Cup Series race, which is amazing. The race starts at 3 o'clock. You can watch on NBC Sports Network.
And today is the last day for Maine's annual celebration of clams. The 54th annual Yarmouth Clam Festival started on Friday and ends today. So get out there and get shuckin'.
All right, Ryan, one more thing that we need to know about the weather today.
It's all about the heat, humidity, and the potential storms. Take one more look here. You can see the temps right now are in the 70s, and we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's up for the Jackman area until 7 o'clock. Damaging wind gusts and hail possible with that, and those storms are going to be moving across northern Maine this morning.
Well, that's something definitely to look out for. Well, that is it for our live stream version of the Weekend Morning Report. We'll be back right here again at 7.
Yeah, until then, you can check out our website and our brand new mobile app for the latest headlines and weather. We'll see you soon.